So we got a massive update from EHG and last Epoch here. Had no clue this was coming out, but this is like Christmas came early. So they're adding evade to the game. The reason why they're adding evade is because some classes felt like they had to take a movement skill. Now everyone at least will have evade. Evade does not take a skill slot. Evade can't be like upgraded in terms of like a skill tree. So it's just a base additional movement ability that you have, so you don't have to feel forced to take a movement thing. And it does not grant iframes. If you don't know what that means, it means it's not going to negate damage for you. It's just a way for you to move about the battlefield. If you roll into a big AoE, you will still take damage. The reason why they don't call it dodge is because dodge is in the game already. So evade is there, and you will see it maybe have things to do with implicits in the game. And another thing is, I believe you start with 2 charges of evade when you begin, 4-second cooldown, and as you level up, your evade naturally gets stronger. This is a big thing. So the new season for Last Epoch is about Pinnacle Bosses. But if it's only about Pinnacle Bosses, then it doesn't have content for 99% of players. So there's actually a ton of content here that I learned about today for everybody. So there's a Nemesis system. You're going to fight these little Nemesises. You're going to have some options when you fight them. Banish them just gets rid of them and their items. They go away, and you get a new one the next time you get a Nemesis and new items. You can choose to challenge them. And if you beat them, you get all the items that you see in the screen here. And then probably the most interesting one is you can empower them. They're going to come up and fight you, and then you have to beat them. And then it's not going to drop any items. It's going to level them up, and then you got to fight them again. If you want to, you can challenge them at that time to get the items, or you can choose empower a second time to level up all the items. Leveling up the items is going to potentially make them crazy strong and even gives you new access to things that were impossible to get in Last Epoch before. Like you can upgrade a sealed affix to rank 6 or 7. There was no way to do this before. There's also a little egg thing, which you see here. You can swap it for a unique that you have and get the Nemesis upgrades to that item. So what that means is if you have a really godly unique that you really wanted to use, but it didn't have legendary potential, you can put it in here and try to upgrade it and give it legendary potential, and then have a super godly item. The Harbingers are the little monsters that you kill along the way to summon the Uber boss. And you'll fight the different Harbingers at different corruption levels, and they have a ton of different like fighting styles. As you kill them, you will get materials to summon the Uber boss, and you will level up a brand new faction, which gives you additional rewards. This faction is not something you have to choose. You choose whether you want to be SSF or whether you want to trade. You don't have to choose this. You get this automatically no matter which one that you are. The Pinnacle boss is here. The Pinnacle boss will be online only for the first week until someone kills it. When someone kills it, it'll unlock for everybody the next day. If no one kills it after a week, it'll release for everybody. Boss defenses, the TLDR here is they're going to make it much easier for you to understand how much damage the boss is taking. They're going to get little shields at certain breakpoints. And the shield is going to decay over time more rapidly. This is going to let low DPS builds if you can just survive, it's going to let the ward decay away, and then you can still kill them. It's very similar to what was already in the game, but now you're going to be able to visually see it. The new Glyph of Envy, this is something people are going to love. So essentially, you use this on a kind of a garbage item for your alts, and then it's going to let you essentially skip a timeline. It's going to max the stability and let you kill the boss to skip a timeline to level your alts, essentially. So it's going to be very nice. And you can only find them on level 100 zones, so it's mostly going to be for your second characters. and that way it doesn't ruin any of the races that they're going to do. This is the new item, Harbinger's Needle, and when you kill a Timeline boss above 90 corruption, it's going to give you 3 additional Oreos. So when you kill the Oreo, you're going to build your corruption faster. There's 1 million new uniques, and that's essentially the update that we're getting for July 9th.